你说在巴西的，
我说在巴西的
啊，
因为这个比赛，我希望给我一次公平的机会，对吧？
你就大声点，
大点声吧，声音有点小。
有一次公平的机会，很简单。现在网上我们不管太极拳也好，传统武术也好，只要一发文章，下边几个字“小东来了”。
Fight commentary breakdowns. So, Xu Xiaodong and Lei Lei never think they'd get together again. So, they've been going after each other online for many, many years. And now they finally sat down and they're going to figure out when and where and how they're going to have a rematch. Yes, it's happening. So I'm going to take you guys through some of my favorite moments from their discussion. He talked to Lei Lei for like 50 minutes. So we're just going to simplify it to about 5 or 4 minutes or so. And I'll do a sequel because they discuss a lot of stuff after they agree on the rules and the time and the setting of the match. So let's go.
我骂的是支持雷雷北京老炮就是傻逼，我说的。
好嘞，好，
你找北京大哥支持你的，找去吧。
行。
So there was a lot of he said, she said in this, and I'm not going to translate all of this, but I wanted to show this just to give you guys a sample, some of the stuff back and forth they were talking about. Oh, you said this about me, or you said this about me, or you're this, you're that.
巴西杀人没有死罪。
那巴西杀人没有死罪哦，大家听见了吗？
听见了吗？
听见了，好好。我问你啊，
气话。
I think this is interesting. You get to see what kind of person Lei Lei is. Lei is just the type of person, he just says whatever. He kind of, that's why he claimed to be a Tai Chi master, right? To start this whole TCMA versus MMA debate. Lei is just the kind of guy who will just like say stuff like this. And who is that bald guy in the middle? From my understanding, he's a very famous Chinese entrepreneur. He owns a helicopter company. He could own more, but he's older than Xu Xiaodong and Lei Lei, and he wants to kind of set them straight. Be like, okay, you guys stop fighting online. I want you guys to either get along or do something. Stop just ruining this whole MMA versus TCMA debate.
下礼拜我带你们上天，咱们都开飞机，
宝哥
玩去，
哪儿去？
是不是？
您的直升机场，我这辈子死也不去。我去您那儿吃饭，去您那儿耍，去您那阿拉善找卷边儿。我飞机我不坐，坐不起。哎，我不是为您啊，我再说一遍啊，我跟您没关系。雷雷做的东西我不敢收做，我跟你说，我怕受到诅咒。我告诉你，您就带我玩别的，玩沙子去吧啊！行，玩卷边去吧。
I love that Xu Xiaodong. This is my interpretation. I could be wrong. He's like, I don't trust that if I'm in a plane, I'm in a helicopter, someone's not going to do something to the helicopter. He didn't say who. We know he's got people who don't like him. I think as people have understood his crassness more, people have started to like him no matter at what level of society have started to like him more. You know, I used to not be a fan of him. I mean, I still have objections to him, but I'm a big fan of him now despite my objections. Still, Xu Xiaodong's like, I'm implying that there's certain things I'm not going to do because it puts me at risk for certain screws to be loose and me crashing. We now know, don't tell Xu Xiaodong to ride with you on a plane or a helicopter because he thinks someone's going to sabotage.
您今天来的目的就是让这场比赛让我跟雷雷不打了，是吗？
哎，我就是这意思。
那我不是这意思，哥，我什么都能跟您聊。雷雷什么说停下个问题，我徐晓东也同意，绝对不翻他老账了。我今天也可以保证，不翻雷雷老账。
Moderator, as you can say, wants them to not fight anymore. Not fight anymore. I called you guys here to not fight anymore. I think that goes against Xu Xiaodong. Challenge me to a fight, especially Lei Lei seems to be the one to have initiated this. If you want to fight me in Brazil, we're going to do it. And I will even promise never smack talk you again. Let's just fight. Have a rematch. Let's solve all this. You know, you've been doing your kickboxing. You failed that first time against the Kung Fu Master. Remember that time Lei Lei lost and cried? But then, you know, he's made a lot of progress. He even beat Tianya, the other Kung Fu Master that fought Xu Xiaodong. So I'm sure it'll be a fun fight for mostly Xu Xiaodong, but maybe Lei Lei can learn from it too. I mean, I don't think he can beat Xu Xiaodong, and this is the poll moment, guys. Do you think Lei Lei can beat Xu Xiaodong?
宝哥说了不打，我说了，既然你说的打，现在跟宝哥没关系了。宝哥就一个中间什么介绍人，把咱俩能介绍来，和和气气的说，不争，不骂，
对，
不顶，
对，
文明礼貌的说事儿。那么从现在开始，我说一个脏字都没有，一个脏字都没有，一个不敬的语言也没有了。我今天来的目的，以前我跟雷雷的恩怨不提了，为什么？我珍惜这次能见的机会。
I think this is a moment that I really liked Xu Xiaodong more. Despite his crassness, despite his start stuff with people thing, he really knows when to set boundaries, even with himself. So again, whether he keeps this or not, I don't know, but I think he's the type of guy just knowing his past actions. When he sets a boundary, even for himself, he keeps it. So this makes me respect Xu Xiaodong a lot more.
这武力里边有没有假？有，肯定有假。什么？你看说是这商会那商会，这会长那会长嘛，这他妈大师那大师嘛，我可以90%都他妈假的，知道吗？都是他妈谁封你的会长？Like
I said in my previous kind of on-camera reaction video to Chinese martial arts, the majority of Chinese people, I think, know that not all, but a lot of Chinese martial arts is a joke. Being vocal about it's a new thing. I think after Ma Baoguo again embarrassed a lot of traditional martial arts, a lot more people started being vocal about it. And I don't know why. Maybe it's just the tide has turned or something, but I don't know. I cut out the story that our entrepreneur moderator told both of them, but I wanted to share with you guys here in a very abridged version. Basically, he tells a story of back in some dynasty, there was a very famous prime minister who had a piece of property, and he was away, of course, in the court of the emperor, and some other pretty rich landowner was the neighbor of the property and accidentally built a little on their property. So the family of the prime minister wrote a letter to the prime minister saying, dude, do something. These people built over your property. The prime minister wrote a letter back saying, really? Really? You want to start something because of something little like they built over a property? Dude, you're the family of the prime minister. Think beyond little petty things. And so eventually, the property owner that accidentally built over the prime minister's hometown property realized, and he's like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. Let me not only build away from you, but also create a little bit of an alley so people can actually walk through. Basically, our moderator guy's trying to teach the two of them, Lei Lei and Xu Xiaodong, the art of the compromise. The art of a compromise for the public good, which is a very kind of like Eastern think collectivist, think about society, think about more people, which is probably why we're all taught to do this. Remember that? Ah, look at this. Ha ha.
小东后来因为发视频骂人，被他们公司罚款20万，这是我俩所有争端的原因。徐晓东承认吗？
不承认。
为什么？
谁告诉你的？什么公司发2000万？
你自己的朋友发出来的报道。
哎呦，听的话。
So here's another example of why you can imagine the Xu Xiaodong and Lei Lei get into a lot of arguments. Lei Lei likes to spread rumors also. Things that are not true blatantly and things that might be not true, he just spreads them. So this is Lei Lei's personality. That's why Xu Xiaodong has had so much beef with him before that famous 2017 fight and after that 2017 fight.
你知道他吹牛逼的不就完了吗？
他找我打，那我肯定打呀。
打什么呀？
我手舞足蹈3年了，我高兴啊！
你除了打还会什么？
哥，我不会别的啊。哥，我不会别的，我就一傻逼，我骂我自己可以吧？我就一傻逼，完了，我诬陷所有人，我就一坏逼。但是我今天来就实现承诺，我他妈连屎都吃了，我实现承诺，我打。 我全网疯，我乐意，我爽，我他妈是爷。
I think this is what makes Xu Xiaodong so cute as a Chinese person because his personality doesn't fit China, right? He's so blunt. He just doesn't care. He would be the perfect WWE person. If he were in the West, Xu Xiaodong would probably be more famous than Conor McGregor. I really think so. If Xu Xiaodong were in the West, totally be more famous than probably The Rock even. He just has that personality. And that's why it's so refreshing to talk to a guy like him because most Chinese people are very guarded. Most Chinese people are very indirect. And Xu Xiaodong is not like that. So again, I wanted to include this segment because I appreciate this from Xu Xiaodong. I wish more Chinese people were like this. I'm considered blunt, right? And I'm not as blunt as Xu Xiaodong, so I cannot imagine how many aunties and uncles and like parent figures to Xu Xiaodong would be like, yo man, can you tone it down a little? 你好直率啊。
1年半之内打，1年半之内，今年现在是6月份，咱从7月1号算到明年的12月份，正好。
So we got a date, people. We got a date. Within the end of 2021, in Brazil, to all my viewers, friends in Brazil, if you can help make this happen, and I can connect you with people if you need to connect with whoever is going to get this to happen in Brazil. So it's going to happen in Brazil by the end of 2021.
大腿哥没问题，好吧。完了就是拳腿摔，没有地面，地面不许打击，没错吧？
好的。
好，完了之后你再说带拳套还是不带拳套，还是随便你带不带都行，大家自愿。
这我要说我带，我不带你带行吗？
不，我全听你的。
这是你说的。
我说的，雷雷不带拳套，我徐晓东带拳套，可以吗？雷雷？
不用。 咱俩还是回到第一次的规则，
但是就没有地面了，
地面去，
明白
好吗？
而且你放心，绝对不碰你一下地面，我发誓，
好吧？
以德服人。
I love that Lei Lei said no ground and pound. That last 3 or 4, maybe 5 or 6 hits that Xu Xiaodong gave him the first time they fought, that scarred Lei Lei. Lei Lei doesn't want any of that. So Lei Lei's like, you know, I trained kickboxing. I did train some MMA too, but I mostly trained kickboxing. Let me see if I can beat Xu Xiaodong. And if I can't, I make sure he doesn't mount me and beat me. So smart on Lei Lei. I cannot believe that there's still a debate about gloves. About gloves, man. You've never worn Wing Chun gloves. You've never worn MMA gloves. The difference between MMA gloves and Wing Chun gloves is that MMA gloves have a little bit more padding here. Wing Chun gloves literally just protect your knuckles. They got no padding here. I just can't believe there's still this talk that, yeah, gloves, man, it interferes with my chi or interferes with my trapping or whatever. Wear Wing Chun gloves, you'll see. You can chain punch with Wing Chun gloves. You can do every kind of grab and trap and everything. It's not the gloves. Don't blame the gloves. It's like, if I can't draw, do I blame this wooden mannequin? No, I blame my drawing ability. If I can't sing, do I blame the mic or do I blame my singing? Probably both. Yeah, I'm human too.
不管这比赛打不打，我徐晓东在这里说，我不再骂雷雷一个字儿。
So there we go. You can watch the original video. So there we go. You can watch the original video, especially if you speak Chinese. They go through a lot of stuff, a lot of epic arguing, and I'm just documenting it for both of them. You know, they wanted people to document this, so we're documenting this, all right? They're gonna have a rematch. I'm gonna do a sequel to this because Xu Xiaodong really details his 恩怨.
我看我得看看，一会儿再打肉啊。
咱这两个问题，
好，现在咱们全网油管的
截屏啊，一定截屏。
我们俩已经确定了，1年半之内在巴西打。
2020年的7月1号算起，
在这之后
，2021年的12月。
在这个今天之后，徐晓东不许造谣和污蔑我。
我徐晓东个人保证，不再提雷雷一个字，我都不我不提了，什么都不提了。
I'm gonna do a sequel to this. It is a very in-depth exploration into Xu Xiaodong's drama with Tai Chi. There's a lot more craziness than what we knew. So Xu Xiaodong talks about it all to Lei Lei in a very Xu Xiaodong way. So I will translate that and we will have a sequel. Anyways, this was Fight Commentary Breakdowns. Thank you so much for tuning in.
太极根本就不是武术，根本就不是什么拳。中国有什么螳螂拳、形意拳、大成拳都可以。太极本身就是一个什么？一个推手玩的项目，一个大家养生的健身，它可以当做武术，是表演武术。太极的动作打是不可能去打的，但是现在很多人拿这个来什么炒作来卖钱，而且为了掩护他们，请一些会散打的运动员、会摔跤的运动员就开始披着一个挂羊头卖狗肉。我非常恨这样的人，